Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for September 9th. So, let's get started.
First day in history!
On this day in history, September 19th, 1777, Continental soldiers fighting under American General Horatio Gates defeated the British at Saratoga, New York. Within weeks, Gates joined forces with American General Benedict Arnold to defeat the Redcoats again at the Second Battle of Saratoga. American victory at the battles of Saratoga turned the tide of war in the colonists' favor and helped persuade the French to recognize American independence and provide military assistance. Also, on this day in 1796, President George Washington's farewell address was published. In it, America's first chief executive advised, "Observe good faith and justice towards all nations. Cultivate peace and harmony with all." And on this day in 2002, President George W. Bush asked Congress to give him the power to use all means to disarm and overthrow Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein if he did not quickly meet United Nations demands to abandon all weapons of mass destruction. This request led to the Iraq War.
Word power!
Today on Word Power, we'll learn a long word that means a short thing. The word is abbreviation. An abbreviation shortens words by leaving out some of their letters. For example, the abbreviation for doctor is DR. The D comes from the first letter of the word doctor, and the R comes from the last. Sometimes the abbreviation for doctor is MD. M is for medical, and D is for doctor. Now, I'm sure you all know what USA is the abbreviation for. The United States of America. Every single state in the Union has an abbreviation. New York is NY, Hawaii is HI, Maine is ME, and so on. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of an abbreviation for Slim Goodbody. From now on, just call me SG. So, here's SG saying TIFN, which is my abbreviation of That's It for Now.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the deepest place on Earth? The answer is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. At one place in the trench, it is 36,201 feet deep, which equals 11,034.06 meters. Now, if you could put the world's tallest mountain, Mount Everest, into the Mariana Trench and you stood on its peak, you'd still have 7,166 feet of ocean above your head. That equals 2,184.2 meters.
Health tips.
Muscles don't work alone. They team up with bones. You have 206 bones in all. These bones meet at joints. When muscles pull on bones, the bones move at the joints. Different joints let your body move in different ways. Elbow joints let your arms bend. Shoulder joints let your arms swing. Ankle joints let your feet point. Joints in your spine let you bend over. If you had no joints in your legs, you couldn't kick a ball. You couldn't even sit down in a chair. Let me ask you something. If you had no joints in your arms, could you eat? Could you comb your hair? The 15th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1870, gave African American men the right to vote. But many southern states passed laws that made it virtually impossible for them to vote. For example, some states imposed a tax that had to be paid, or required that a person be able to read and write before he could vote. Well, since most former slaves were poor, they couldn't pay the tax, nor could they read or write. It was not until 1964 that the 24th Amendment struck down that barrier to voting. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.